Both the Longhorns and the Aggies, the Green Bay Phoenix, the 14 seed, champs of the Horizon League tournament, against the Aggies of Texas A&M at large out of the SEC. First round action in the West region earlier today in Oklahoma City. VCU over Oregon State, and the 2 seed Oklahoma Sooners survive a test from Cal State Bakersfield. Texas versus Northern Iowa later tonight from Oklahoma City. The Green Bay Phoenix, coached by Link Darner, first season after 9 at Division II Florida Southern for the former Purdue Boilermaker, a native of Anderson, Indiana. His high-scoring, action-packed Phoenix. Here's the starting 5 for Green Bay out of the Horizon League. It's Low, Small, Jordan Faust, Carrington Love, and Charles Cooper. And for the Aggies, the 3 seed from the SEC, Tyler Davis, Anthony Collins, Jalen Jones, Alex Caruso, the senior, and Daniel House. For Billy Kennedy's Fighting Aggies of Texas A&M, 5th season, the SEC Coach of the Year. The 3rd conference he's been Coach of the Year. The Southland with Southeastern Louisiana, the OVC with Murray State, and now the SEC. They share the regular season title with Kentucky, lost to the Wildcats in the SEC final in Nashville. Carter Blackburn, Mike Jaminski, Jamie Maggio, what do you expect out of the Aggies and the Phoenix?
This is pitching versus hitting right out of the box. I mean, this is astounding. Green Bay, average length of possession, 13.4 seconds. And the Aggies, one of the best defensive teams in the country. And in an effort to improve that other side of the ball, you saw Rick Stansbury, former Mississippi State coach, who's helped to come in and be the offensive coordinator.
And Tyler Davis gives the Aggies their first points of the game. Into the post to the 6'10 freshman immediately.
You know, a lot of guys are big, but they want to play outside. This guy wants to be a post player, and he's got a wide body and uses it very effectively.
Freshman from Plano West High School, last year's Texas High School Player of the Year, leading Plano West to the 6A state title with DJ Hogue, who's also now an Aggie. The Phoenix push it in a hurry. Offensive foul called on Charles Cooper.
Yeah, I would expect Texas A&M to do that, you know, as quickly as Green Bay wants to advance the ball. They're going to be ready to get bodies in places and take charges.
Anthony Collins draws the charge. Green Bay, 10 steals a game. 2nd in the nation. They are first in total steals, and here goes Carrington Love, dropping it out for Faust. And that's what the Green Bay Phoenix want to do all night.
Yeah, that's how they're built. And asked Billy Kennedy, they said, are you going to, you know, he says, we want to get across the floor and attack this and score as well. So good start for both teams.
Green Bay turns it over. Daniel House attacking, blocked inside by Kenneth Lowe.
This is just a pick right out in the open floor. Terrific defensive play coming from behind. Carrington Love making a lovely play defensively.
91 steals now. 2nd in the nation for Carrington Love. Jalen Jones kicks it out. Jones right back at it. Nearly touched it on the rim, held off, and then a foul as Faust and Jalen Jones get tangled up. Fouls on Jalen Jones. Some of the impressive numbers from the Green Bay Phoenix.
Yeah, and this is nationally, not just in their conference. #1 in steals, free throw attempts. They get to the line, they force you to in the turnovers, and then points per game. And you know, Carter, it is a rare thing that it's rare that a guy gets promoted these days from Division II up to Division I. But Green Bay is usually a high-profile assistant that gets those jobs. But Green Bay took a chance on him, and his style. He won a D2 championship where he came from South Florida.
Oh, foul on the three-point shot, and it's on Collins.
Yeah, Florida Southern. I mean, and you know, he sold them on. He said, "This is the way I played there. This is how I'm going to play here."
And we chatted with Carrington Love and said, "All right." Link Darner comes in and says, "You're going to play 94 feet and steals and high scoring. And say, yeah, that was music to my ears.
You know, and players say that but to play at that tempo is really hard. You know, they also want to run. They want to get out and run. But it's when you get into it. And I asked him, do you do anything differently in the preseason and the conditioning program? He says, no. He says, we don't even run a lot in our practices. We just play at our tempo, and that's enough.
Love might need to work on the free throws a little bit more. House pressured, gives it up. Oh, he turned it over. Yep. The relentless Green Bay Phoenix. You know who broke the news to Link Garner, the Purdue alum that Purdue had lost yesterday? Us. Khalil Small nails the three. Green Bay, the early lead on Texas A&M.
Playing for the head coach Gene Cady.
House attacks. And to no one's surprise, Gene Cady in regular communication with Link Garner. Lowe misses the dunk.
I'll venture to say that there will not be a single shot clock violation in this game for Green Bay. They may not get under 15. There's that look, and it's just enough bother there on the defensive side to miss the play.
Charles Cooper commits that foul, his second already. Sending Jalen Jones to the line, the senior from Dallas Kimball High School. Left SMU after fall semester 2013. Received an NCAA waiver to play immediately for the Aggies.
And a really tough matchup as a 6'7" 4. You know, we talk about stretch fours, guys who can pull it out, but he gives people, he's a lot like Jerron Blassingame in the ACC for Clemson, who can, you know, he's incredible enough from three. You have to pay attention to him, but does so many other things at that size.
The Phoenix push again. Kenneth Lowe finishes this time.
You know, Link told us yesterday, he says, I'll get upset if you don't take a shot that's good, regardless of when it is in the shot clock.
House takes a tumble, foul called. First round coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship begins today on ESPN2 and Watch ESPN. For more information on game times and listings, go to ncaa.com. Fouls on Botts is first. Love gets his second steal. And Carrington Love traveled.
And he kind of tapped his chest, and he knew, you know, there's one thing, there's a fine line between pace and being out of control. And I thought he was a little bit out of control that time, didn't have a good handle.
Green Bay won the Horizon tournament as a 4 seed. Paid Valpo back for their win last year over the Phoenix. 10 to shoot for the Aggies. House for three. Daniel House deep in the shot clock.
Not a great shooter percentage-wise, but 31% on the year, but a nice bailout at the end of the clock.
It was big against Kentucky, SEC final. Khalil Small has an answer.
I don't know that I'm going to get to say a whole lot during this game. This pace is more for a play-by-play guy.
I don't think I'll get to say a whole lot either. You say that like it's a bad thing, Mike.
No, not at all.
Caruso. Small between the legs. On to Jordan Mouse. Oh, Caruso right into the hands of Carrington Love. Third steal for Love. Rejected on the other end by House. Phoenix will keep it. Action-packed start between the Phoenix and the Aggies.
think the first step to being able to create a helpful solution is just to be able to recognize problems in the world around you.
When I was a kid, scientists were my childhood superheroes.
I'm really passionate about starting things that move the world forward.
Pursue your own dreams.
Persevere.
Ignore what people say you can't do.
Don't you dare change the rules.
Don't you dare play with your food.
Don't you dare get any big ideas.
We're looking for ways to connect with each other.
Just ask questions.
How can tomorrow be better?
Don't you dare take that apart.
Don't you dare paint on the walls.
Don't you dare stay up all night on the computer.
I think I'd want to see people dare to empathize.
Don't you dare tell stories.
Don't you dare play games with me.
Don't you dare raise your voice.
7-Eleven's new chicken sandwich, 100% white meat chicken, barbecue honey mustard. Hey, how'd you get in here? Taste the awesomeness of our new chicken sandwich for only $1.99. 7-Eleven, awesomeness guaranteed.
Ever since Jim signed up for Lowe's personalized lawn care plan, I've been up on my hind legs trying to get a better view of his grass. It's so beautiful. Oh, cramp, cramp. My tiny unicorn legs can't take it.
Now get 20% off Pennington Smart Seed at Lowe's.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Stay on the scene, get on up like a sex machine. Get on up. Ha! Hit it! Shake your money maker, shake your money maker. Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get up.
Sure, we all picked a 12th seed to beat a 5th seed. And of course, some team is going to bust brackets all the way to the championship. But if you want to see a real Cinderella story, look right here. Southwest is having a sale. Fly for as little as $69 one way, and that's no fairy tale. Book now at southwest.com. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency.
All-State Good Hands update. Ernie Johnson in New York. Right now on TNT, Pitt and Wisconsin. And the Panthers' Chris Jones going to work, give him a 9-point lead. Let's get back to OKC. Carter, G-Man, Jolton, Jamie Maggio.
That's going to be a rock fight. The first team to 50 is going to win that game.
Between Pitt and Wisconsin.
Yes.
Here we got another team from Wisconsin, the Phoenix. From Green Bay.
They play at a slightly higher tempo than does Wisconsin. Just slightly.
Or anybody else. 8 seconds to shoot. Fouls, heaves it. Long rebound out of bounds. It'll be Aggie basketball. 1-point edge here for Texas A&M as we begin the night session in Oklahoma City. Middle Tennessee, the 8-15 seed to win. And the ACC, a conference you're very familiar with, Mike.
Yeah, showing out well so far. I still think, barring now on that side of the bracket, that for North Carolina, things have really opened up. And you got Virginia, and they're playing awfully well. It was a hard fight. I think Virginia they couldn't make shots down the stretch in the final, and then North Carolina kind of finding itself. They'll play as well as Marcus Page plays. He's the key to them. If he plays great, they're a Final Four national championship caliber team.
Off the inbound, House nails the three. Daniel House, the senior from Sugar Land.
Kind of a volume shooter, volume scorer. He needs to, not high percentage, needs to take a lot of shots. But starting off well here, 3 of 4, 8 points.
Hurdle drills the three. Jamar Hurdle, junior from Milwaukee via Des Moines Area Community College. Already the third made three for Green Bay. Another steal. This one from Small. Hurdle off his head, back into his hands. Spots inside. Fouls can't finish. Caruso off the hands of Jones. Aggies give it right back to Green Bay. And Mike, you talked about how Billy Kennedy's team, I mean, they weren't going to back away from the pressure. But is this more to Phoenix's liking?
Absolutely. Or that was already the 5th turnover of the game in 6 minutes for the Aggies, and 3. And it's so far the Phoenix dictating tempo.
Fourth made 3 of the early going for the 14 seed Green Bay. 4 threes. They've turned the Aggies over 6 times, including 3 of the last 4 possessions. Jones inside, rejected by Hurdle. Darrington Love finds Hurdle again. Off the shot fake in the paint. Hurdle, finger roll.
That was a long possession and it lasted 12 seconds. I watched the clock and I was watching the game unfold.
8 straight for Green Bay. Jones, offensive foul. Charge drawn by Jamar Hurdle.
Here's the call. Got outside the block charge line. And the thing you have to do is really commit and show the referees that you're going to take it. You want to get it. There's a little box on your chest that they look at, and you want to take it right there. And he got there in plenty of time. Some guys slide to the side. Some guys aren't really committed to it. But that was a terrific play.
Second foul on Jalen Jones. So one of the Aggies goes to the bench. One of the veteran Aggies goes to the bench at the 13:09 mark. How about Khalil Small for Green Bay? He averages 9.8 points. 7 minutes into the game, he has 9 points, and he attacks again. Misses this time. House clears it. Down the baseline, Gilder. That's a tie-up. Possession's going to give it to Green Bay.
This is almost a little bit like shock and awe for the Aggies. I mean, they look a little stunned right now at the pace. And I don't know, Carter, how you replicate this in practice to try to prepare for it.
Faust in the paint. 10 straight for Green Bay. A 6-point edge.
I used to think that North Carolina was as fast as anybody up and down the floor, but I've never seen a pace like this in a game before.
The way Florida Southern played on the way to the D2 title last year by Link Darner, and he brought it to Green Bay. And the Phoenix take it away again. 6 steals already by Green Bay. Fouls on the floor.
Okay, that was 7 seconds from the time they got it inbounds up to the rim.
The football guys say that basketball is pacing is creeping into that game. I mean, this looks like a hurry-up offense,
No
Oregon
huddle,
Duck style.
No huddle.
They average 84 points a game, 6th in the nation. Already 6 steals for the team that has more than anyone else in college basketball. Fouls can't finish.
And sometimes, you know, if there's a team in your league that plays like this, I don't think there's any team in the Big 12 that, you know, that the Aggies have seen that, or the SEC, I'm sorry, that you know, that plays like this. I don't think anybody plays like this.
4 to shoot. Hogue bumps, fouls on Small. Green Bay off and running in Oklahoma City.
Own the detour. Own the view. Own the scenic route. The Own the Adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond. He has a sharp wit, a winning smile, and no chance of getting an athletic scholarship. And that is why you invest. The best returns aren't just measured in dollars.
All day long, I saw bland boiled hot dogs.
Bang!
Burger King's got a good idea here. Flame grilled hot dogs here!
Introducing Grilled Dogs, flame grilled to perfection and made with 100% beef. Get them now, only at Burger King.
College basketball's grandest stage awaits. The championship game. We'll have it on TBS. The moments they talk about for a lifetime.
We have over 15,000 activities that you can book on our app to make sure your little animal enjoys her first trip to the kingdom. Expedia, technology connecting you to what matters.
What average underwear feels like. What Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like. Duluth Trading Buck Naked underwear feels like wearing nothing at all. No pinch, no stink, no sweat. Get a pair only at DuluthTrading.com.
We have over 15,000 activities that you can book on our app to make sure your little animal enjoys her first trip to the kingdom. Expedia, technology connecting you to what matters.
Be an Aggie for life, guaranteed, with the Wubba Nub. Aggies down by 6 early against Green Bay. Time to check in with Jamie for a Powerade sideline report.
Carter, thank you so much. As you mentioned earlier, the Green Bay Phoenix lead the nation in steals with 344 coming into this tournament, and that is due in large part to the thieving of seniors Jordan Faust and Carrington Love. The two actually have a friendly competition going. After every game, they grab the stat sheet and compare. In fact, this season, Love's 90 steals broke the all-time school record previously held by, yeah, you guessed it, Jordan Faust. Love has already picked up 3 steals in this game. The team has 6. What's that saying, Carter? Competition breeds success?
I think that's exactly right
Okay.
for Jolton Jamie Maggio's Ernie W.
Well, I think it's great. You don't grab the stat sheet to see who scored more. In a category like that, I think that's great.
Green Bay gives it up. Gilder gets the steal. Attacks. Foul called on Faust. That's his first, already 17 fouls on Green Bay.
Wow, that's a tough call. I thought just a little bit on the hand, but almost made a terrific defensive play.
7 turnovers by the Aggies in the last 6 minutes. They haven't scored in 4+. And Gilder, one of the heralded freshmen for the Aggies, gets the first free throw.
I would think the Aggies at this point, it's one thing to embrace what Green Bay's doing, but maybe try to grab control of tempo a little bit. Maybe 1 or 2 possessions, walk it up, get your breath, run a play, get something good. But they have gotten sucked right into this up and down track meet.
Karam Cantor into the game for Green Bay Phoenix. His brother plays for the Thunder, Ennis Cantor. And here is Karam Cantor. Can't finish with the left.
Well, it looks just like him, too.
Thunder out of town now, so.
But if Texas wins, they'll be in the house on Sunday.
KD will be in the house.
Yep.
Green Bay thought it was their ball, but it is Aggie basketball. And to Anthony Collins, the senior point guard, graduate transfer from Florida. Foul.
Cantor got the arm bar in the back.
Looks like Vern Harris told him, I warned you the last time down, and now I'm going to call it on you.
You have to wonder from Billy Kennedy's standpoint, too, if the pace of this game dictates a different substitution pattern, maybe getting guys in a little quicker than they would normally, do, just keep going up and down as fast as they are.
Billy Kennedy, who just got a 5-year contract extension. One of two, offensive rebound off the free throw miss. Second chance for the Aggies. Collins into the post for Davis. Into the freshman big man again.
I'll tell you what, for a freshman, he's got great instincts inside. That was a deep catch. There was nothing that Green Bay could do about that. He really uses his body well.
Aggies go zone, Finley 3.
I think that's just in an effort to try to calm things down, Carter, and especially in the half court. If they don't get a run out, at least make them use some clock in the half court.
Back into the hands of Collins. Nine to shoot. Into Davis in the post. Trying to play inside out. Trosha Morelos misses his first look. Your teams, your highlights, your scores, all in one place. Download Team Stream, the free app from Bleacher Report, now.
Well, I think the move to the zone, again, I think Billy Kennedy's trying to grab a little hold on the pace of this game, be a little bit more deliberate offensively, and then slow them down in the half court. The Green Bay seems a little more reluctant to fire early against this zone.
Small. Rebound for Cantor. Misses the stick back. DJ Hogue clears it. Hogue trailing. Gordon Davis fouled inside. And the 12th man getting behind the Aggies here in Oklahoma City. Those dear old Texas Aggies, as they say.
Both teams in a little bit of a drought right now. Green Bay, one of their last 7. Texas A&M, one of their last 5.
Davis gets the first. Make some noise for the iHeartRadio Music Awards, live Sunday, April 3rd at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. TBS, TNT, True TV. Stillwater Pioneers will be there. Green Bay hanging on to a 1-point lead, but 7 straight for the Aggies. Cantor nearly turns it over and then finds a cutting hurdle for the dunk.
Really nice inside-out play, and Cantor, they look like giving him some post touches inside. A nice back cut.
Down to the post. Trosha Morelos, the sophomore from Columbia.
A pretty good young front line to rely on for the next few years.
Lots misses, out of bounds to the Aggies. Green Bay hanging on to the 1-point edge on Texas A&M.
What she like to do? She likes to pop, 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 pop. What she like to do? She likes to pop, 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 pop. What she like to do? She likes to pop, 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 pop. What she like to do? She likes to pop, 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 pop. What she like to do?
How fast is it?
Plenty fast. It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
It's how well you mow fast.
It's how well you mow fast.
Even if it doesn't catch on, doesn't mean it's not true. The John Deere Z-Track Z535M with our re-engineered deck to mow faster, better.
To find out more about the Excel Deep Mower Deck, go to johndeere.com/mowwellfast.
Meet the Hoopers, your star family. With a good neighbor right next door, assisting them with life and so much more. It's the Hoopers.
Oh, you're the best.
We try.
Going out for wings is such a pain in the butt.
You don't have to tell me.
Get crispy wings delivered and try our exclusive Jim Beam Devil's Cut Spicy Bourbon Barbecue. Wing Street, wings delivered, no pants required.
If you like pina coladas, come on, Chuck, and getting caught in the rain, yeah, baby. And if you're not into yoga, and if you have half a brain, get it. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, then I'm the one that you look for. Write to me and escape. Ow! Whoa, that's good.
Sup?
All right, we all wearing our lucky socks, right?
Check.
Blue cooler?
Check.
Green cooler?
Check.
Rabbit's foot?
I got 4.
Wait, the last time we won, we were in different seats.
Good call. Can't believe we almost forgot that. I was driving last time, but I drove last time. Okay, we're gonna lose.
Best-in-class cargo space plus best-in-class performance. The all-new BMW X1. See your local BMW center today for details.
Green Bay, things going according to the Phoenix script. 7 steals, 10 turnovers by Texas A&M. Up-tempo game. Green Bay leads it by 1.
No, they've been very active, and as Jamie alluded to, number 1 in the country in that category, just swarming after the basketball. And then when they do get a steal, it doesn't take them very long to get up to the floor and convert on it. The thing that's keeping the Aggies in the game right now is the free throw line. They're a +7 there, but right now Green Bay has 9 more field goal attempts in the game because of those turnovers and steals.
Link Garner says people pay attention to the offense and the points, but it was our defense that won us the conference tournament as the 4 seed in the Horizon. Then to shoot for the Aggies. Skip pass. Rocha Morelos into the hands of Faust. Falls down, gets it to Small. Carrington Love hasn't scored yet. Averages almost 18 a game. Lob somehow goes down. Not perfect, but Hurdle gets credit.
Yeah, I don't know that that's exactly how it was drawn up, but 2 points nonetheless, and that's a good way to attack the zone, to throw over the top of it. As you got guys on the baseline who can go up and get a lob.
Hold. Rebound, stick back. Trocha Morelos again.
Aggies 2 of 7 from 3, but Trocha right there to clean things up. In this zone, despite that last lob, this zone has calmed the pace of the game down.
Into the corner. Hurdle drills the 3. The 5th made 3 of the game for the Phoenix.
They've got a few guys over 40% from 3, and Hurdle's one of them.
Got an offensive foul. Let's take a look at the Infinity Coaches Spotlight. Texas A&M head coach Billy Kennedy received a Parkinson's disease diagnosis before he coached a game with the Aggies. A neurodegenerative brain disorder. Most symptoms take years to develop. Kennedy been vigilant about diet and exercise, as he wants to coach for a long time. Texas A&M wants to as well. Just signed him to that 5-year contract.
Well, and you know what? And I applaud Texas A&M, and it's the fact of life that there are recruiters out there who would use that against him but they stepped up and gave him a vote of confidence, and good for them. And he's going to be around for a long time.
House finishes. Foul called, and the proof is with an SEC regular season title shared with Kentucky, SEC Coach of the Year.
Yep, and Daniel House going in strongly.
Second foul on Hurdle.
Second guy, and that's Hurdle's the only guy in double figures for Green Bay right now. House the only player in double figures for the Aggies.
Daniel House at the line. He's a guy who was a huge recruit for James Dickey at the University of Houston. Then James Dickey was fired. House transferred to Texas A&M, and that was a big pickup for the Aggies. Second team All-SEC this year.
And when he's on his game and when he's good, they usually are too. He's lacked a little bit of consistency.
Caruso gets the steal. And while we were knocking the basketball away, foul called. No. Like I said, I was distracted by the basketball in our lap, so out of bounds off Green Bay, Aggie basketball.
Better the ball than a player.
Yeah. Caruso drops it off. Jose Morelos gets the dunk. Aggies on top. Timeout, Green Bay. The fighting Texas Aggies. A 16-6 run to take the lead.
Hey there, can I help you with anything?
Hey, Siri, what's AT&T's latest offer?
Oh, I don't think that Siri
right now, switch to AT&T for an iPhone and get one free.
Wow, is that right?
Yeah, it's basic.
Yes, that is the current offer from AT&T.
Okay, Siri, you don't know everything.
Well, I know you asked me to call you the AT&T hostess with the most...
Okay, shut her down. Turn it off.
Right now, buy an iPhone and get another one free when you add a second line.
When you make something first, you can spell it however you want. Miller Lite, the original light beer. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Check this out, bro.
What's that, Broheem?
I switched to Geico and got more.
More savings on car insurance?
Yeah, Professor, and more, like renter's insurance.
More ways to save. Nice, Brotated Chip.
That's not all Protein Shake. Geico has motorcycle and RV insurance, too.
Ooh, that's a lot more.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about more Teddy Roosevelt.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Who invented the Reuben? Putting sauerkraut, marble rye, and corned beef together? That's cray-cray. Then again, somebody had to eat eggs for the first time. Arby's, we have the meats.
Only those who dare drive the world forward. Introducing the first ever Cadillac CT6.
Performing live at the iHeartRadio Music Awards, Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato, Meghan Trainor, and Fetty Wap. Plus, from the NCAA Final Four, Maroon 5, Sunday, April 3rd.
The NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Geico, AT&T, and by John Deere.
Feels more like CBS Sunday Morning with the nice natural pastoral shot there on TBS here. So here's the active steals leaders in Division I. Two of them in this game. Caruso for the Aggies, fouls for Green Bay.
And we had Shaquille Harrison on Wednesday too, so guard your wallet.
Well, Caruso has one steal in this game. 7 steals by the Phoenix as a team. Cantor stepping into the three. Karam Cantor drills it. 5 made threes for Green Bay in the first half.
Cantor only 19% coming into the year, so not a reliable three-point shooter, but looked pretty good in that instance.
A lob to the post. Hogue with the left.
When they don't turn it over, they're getting anything they want.
So the problem not really with Aggies execute other than the turnover.
That just gives Green Bay extra possessions and extra shots.
26th lead changes in the game. Botts misses. Off canter, Aggie ball. Green Bay's only NCAA 1994 as a 12 seed. The Phoenix beat a Cal team led by Jason Kidd. Daniel House. 10 to shoot. Kick back. Hold. Jose Morelos has the board. Back out to House. So 2 missed threes on the trip.
2 deep missed threes, too.
Faust. Air ball. Cantor was out of bounds. Back to the Aggies.
This is bordering on like a pickup game. Something you play in September. You're getting ready for the year, just flying up and down. I've never seen anything like this.
Not like the ones that Pete Carrill would play in at Princeton, right?
Well, no, he wouldn't be allowed in here because he played with a lit cigar. True story.
One of those
3-on-3 with a lit cigar and could shoot the lights out.
You've unfurled a lot of good stories already this week. That was maybe tops. Maybe takes the cigar. Aggies fighting back against feisty Green Bay.
That's another from three-point land. What an incredible shot like that.
Alexa, ask Domino's for my easy order.
Ordering Domino's.
Smitty, you haven't moved. Psst. Alexa, ask Fitbit how many steps I've taken today.
You have taken 7 steps.
She rounds down.
Honey, did you call the insurance company?
Not yet. I'm folding laundry. Can you?
No, cleaning the windows.
Well, the living room's a disaster.
You should see the bathroom.
Most insurance companies give you every reason to avoid them.
I'm looking for my keys.
Plants need planting.
Well, the leaves aren't going to rake themselves.
Nationwide is different.
Hon, did you call Nationwide to check on our claim?
We put members first.
Actually, they called me.
Nationwide is on your side.
Getting unlimited data for your family is a struggle. Other carriers either don't offer it or it's too expensive. Not T-Mobile. Introducing the best data plan ever. Get 3 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for just $50 each and get a 4th line free. Yep, we'll give you a 4th line at no extra cost. So tell those other guys you're done worrying about data. Get 3 lines of unlimited data for $50 each and a 4th line on us. Hurry, only at T-Mobile.
It was happening so fast. Somehow it felt like everything was moving in slow motion. If I didn't react, things could have got messy in a hurry. I mean, I just got that sweet ride with a great rate from Navy Federal. I was not about to let anything happen to her. Just looking out for my wingman. Still in training.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Have you filled out your bracket yet?
No, I don't do that till all the games are over.
Doesn't that take the fun out of it?
Who said it has to be fun? Right now, I'm filling out a bracket from 1988, and so far, I'm batting 1,000.
I'll have to try that next year.
Ernie Johnson in New York right now on TNT. Pitt and Wisconsin and the Badgers, after a 16-point first half, have gotten back into it. Vito Brown cans that. It's a 1-point game. There's your update on that rock fight. Back to you, Mike Cheminsky.
Well, all right, let's see. I'm lowering my bar. The first team to 40 is going to win that game.
This one a little more action-packed. Let's check in with Jamie.
Thanks, Carter. Coach Kennedy's message to the Aggies in that huddle: stay focused in these last few minutes. Do all the little things, the hustle plays. Just play hard, finish this half strong. Carter.
And the Aggies, I mean, they started with a spate of turnovers, but they've improved on that, which is probably why they have the 2-point edge.
They've improved on the turnovers, and they've. I mean, when you look at Green Bay, they're scoring in the low 80s, but the Aggies score 76 points a game, so they're capable of playing at that level. But I think they've done a better job over this last period of getting in the zone. They're back to man now, but that zone really kind of slowed things down a little, made it a little more normal game.
Ten seconds to shoot for Green Bay. Small in the paint, lost it. House takes it away.
Even man-to-man, I mean, that's as deep as that team has gone into the shot clock in a long time.
Into the post. Tie up. Possession arrow is going to keep it with the Aggies. Watch live games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com, March Madness, or download the app today.
Davis had good position inside. They just didn't have a good angle to deliver the ball.
Link Darner says it was Roger Lyons at Ashland, the genesis of this system, and he was an assistant there. And he used it 9 years at Florida Southern, including the D2 title, and now
almost like Paul Westhead, though. I mean, back to those days. I mean, trying to score within 10 seconds of getting the ball.
It's worked. Caruso, tough runner for the senior from College Station. Dad Mike, associate AD for the Aggies. Faust. Caruso boards it.
Seconds.
Yeah. Davis camped out in the lane.
I think Carter, and two, it's probably taken Texas A&M this long to acclimate themselves to what they're playing against. Remember, I talked about not being able to replicate it in practice. Well, now they've kind of settled in, and I think in the second half they're going to have a better handle on things.
Small. Looking for Cantor on the slip. Offensive foul on Small.
His first. Nobody really in real foul trouble right now. Look, he's lost his footing. Well, actually, he stepped on Caruso's foot.
Seventh turnover by Green Bay. Back into the hands of Caruso. Collins on the bench. Caruso running point. Off the shot fake. Into the paint. Lost it on the way up. Small. Bounce over to Cantor. Tries another one.
Well, given, I know he hit one earlier, but if you were to give a choice, you'd want him taking threes instead of just about anybody else on the floor.
He's made 5 threes all year, including the one earlier. Gilder has a 3 on the other end, and the Aggies have their largest lead at 7 points.
Yeah, really a well-rounded player. He can play some point for you. He's got pretty good range.
8 straight for Texas A&M. Minute 21 before the half, coming up on AT&T at the half. Scores and highlights and the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half, including a tough day for the Pac-12. Back to Caruso. The former Texas A&M ball boy growing up. He's in the stands when they went to the Sweet 16 with AC Long. Tyler Davis inside. Aggies stretching out to a 9-point advantage.
Well, I tell you, he is really polished for a freshman. You don't see that a lot in the low post, but he's got a great low box game.
Carrington Love crosses over, finds Cantor, heaves another one. Offensive board, Botts, and a blocking foul underneath. Called by Vern Harris.
You know what, Carter? I mean, for all of the pace of the game that Green Bay has had, and they're sitting at 31 points right now. They're well under halfway to where they would normally be for their scoring. So, all things considered, I think the Aggies have done a really good job of, despite the pace, keeping them under control.
We'll see Henry Owadie, the 6'11 junior from Nigeria. After, let's see, Cantor made 1 3 and missed 2.
I think Link Garner had a little conversation with him about shot selection when he came out of the game.
Usually it's a pretty green light, but that may be one of the exceptions. Timeout, Texas A&M, 7-point lead. The Aggies from College Station.
If you didn't know already, the word Texas means friend. Like any good friend, we'll show you where to go. What to see? And a few hidden secrets along the way. Texas like a local. Explore it and other surprises at traveltexas.com.
7-point lead for the Aggies from Texas A&M. At large out of the SEC against the champs of the Horizon League, the 14 seed Green Bay Phoenix. It's been 6 straight NCAAs for Texas A&M. Let me correct that. There were 6 straight NCAAs from 06 to 11 under Billy Gillespie, who's now at Ranger Junior College in Texas. Nine to shoot here. Foul away from the ball. It was Owadie who checked in for the last minute of the half.
I was looking up at the clock and I said, no, there's 4 difference between shot and game clock. Plenty of time for Green Bay to get something at the other end.
They're used to shooting it in a hurry. Davis for 2 here. She doesn't hold anything back. Watch Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, all new, Mondays, 10:30 on TBS.
The Aggies have 12 turnovers, but they've only had 1 live ball turnover. The last one was at the 11-minute mark. So, like I said, settling into the pace and what they're having to face.
1 of 2. Plenty of time for Green Bay.
Oh, no, it's an eternity.
Love step back for 3. Texas A&M takes an 8-point lead into the half, 41-33 after the hot start for Green Bay. The Phoenix led by as many as 8, but the Aggies leaded by 8 at the half, 41-33.
Kind of the turning point was when they went to that zone and slowed things down. That really got the game under control.
And Jamie is with Aggie head coach Billy Kennedy.
Thank you, Carter. Coach, a run and gun first half. Can your team sustain that moving forward, or will you look to slow the tempo down?
So we've got to be able to take care of the ball. We had too many turnovers by our forwards and didn't get the right guys in the ball with the ball. But once we ran offense, we were better.
What have you liked about your team's performance, and specifically Tyler Davis, freshman, hasn't been here before?
Well, he's a definite weapon, and we started getting him the ball. It took us a while, but we know he's an advantage. We got to get him the ball.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
10 for Davis. Aggie lead at 41-33 at the half. We'll send you to AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Hi, Coach. My dog is always running around on my lawn. Is there a particular seed that stands up to traffic?
What kind of dog is it? A bulldog?
No.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Because there are all kinds of bulldogs. You got your English bulldogs, your French bulldogs.
Yeah, Coach, it's not a bulldog.
Your Victorian bulldogs, your red tiger bulldogs.
To get more personalized lawn care advice, go to Lowe's.com/lawn care.
Do you have to go?
I really do, sweetie.
How long will you be gone, Mommy?
Probably a week, hopefully longer.
I have a nervous stomach.
I'm sorry, guys.
This isn't fair.
Bye. Bye.
Miss you. Why can't we watch the game? Because Daddy went to art school.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Catch all the action at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, you think we can trust him?
He's blood, baby. He's in.
So you're living here. Part of it all now?
For just $4, get a double cheeseburger, a spicy chicken sandwich, fries, and a Coke. It's the heavyweight champion of deals. The $4 Real Deal, only at Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
The all-new family of Mahindra Impact XTVs is here. You can haul more, tow more, go more, and save more with Mahindra's zero interest for 84 months, or up to $1,250 in cash back and savings. And no one beats Mahindra's 3-year powertrain warranty. Work smarter and play harder on the land you love with a new Mahindra Impact. Visit MahindraUSA.com to find your dealer.
This is perfect golden brown. This is made from scratch.
The Hillshire Farm Smoked Sausage Biscuit at Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
AT&T at the Half is presented by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Checking in around the country in St. Louis, it's Pittsburgh on top of Wisconsin by 5. And the final #1 seed to make its tournament debut is underway. Oregon leads Holy Cross by 13, looking like Mardi Gras there in Spokane. All that yellow, green, and purple. It's a very colorful game there. Early on, the Ducks up by a baker's dozen. Meanwhile, Texas A&M up at the half as we welcome you to AT&T at the half. Matt Weiner, Seth Davis, Wally Zerbiak, Coach Ron Hunter from Georgia State. And fellas, A&M goes on a late run there. Let's get you the highlight against this Green Bay team. Their coach, Link Darner, calls it
confidence and good for them. And
RP40, their style, relentless pressure 40 up against Billy Kennedy's Aggies. Daniel House with the drive, draws contact, finishes. Tony Trocia Morelos for the dunk, and then it's Alex Caruso, the former Aggies ball boy. The floater, how about to the post? Good
Smart.
position, Tyler Davis.
Go inside. Love that advantage. Take advantage in the paint where you have the strength and size advantage.
Aggies shooting nearly 54% at the half. Green Bay just 38% and down by 8 thanks to an 11-2 run to close the half for Texas A&M. What was working for them, Wally?
Well, they were down early, and they were settling a little bit for outside jump shots, and then they realized our advantage is to take the ball to the basket, and that's what they started to do. This is a very veteran team, bunch of fifth-year transfers, and right here, Trocia Morelos does a good job of working the offensive glass, getting the extra possession. Daniel House says, I'm not going to settle for an open three at the three-point line. Let me take it to the basket, get the easy layup. Trocia Morelos off the penetration and kick. This is good Aggie fundamental basketball. DJ Hogue off the switch gets a mismatch. Great interior pass from the high post. Aggies are rolling. Aggies are disciplined. They are not going to beat themselves.
One thing they got to clean up is the turnovers against the Green Bay pressure. They have turned it over a dozen times here in the first half.
They're a veteran team, but they're not a veteran team in the NCAA tournament. And I thought they played a little nervous early, which caused them to have turnovers. Once they settled down, they were fine. But they looked like a team that hadn't been in the NCAA tournament in a while.
Pretty amazing that they've committed 12 turnovers and they're winning this game as much as they are. And that's a lot of it because of their board work. But again, that's counterintuitive. Normally, if a team's committing turnovers and the other team isn't capitalizing, it's because everybody's getting back, right? So they're not hitting the glass. Texas A&M is hitting the glass. They're using their size. And if a couple more of those three-point shots go down, they could get that separation that they need. I was pretty impressed with their poise given how poorly they played the first half of the first half.
That's what Green Bay does. They lead the nation in steals. They had a 22 steal game earlier this season. And at the half, it's Texas A&M with the lead. Hey, I don't know if you've heard, but Team Stream is back. On Saturday, April 2nd, you can watch the Final Four on TBS. And for the very first time, TBS will broadcast the national championship game on Monday, April 4th. If you'd like, you can watch team-specific broadcasts tilted toward the schools involved. And you can see those on TNT and True TV, which means you will see the biased Homer broadcast on those networks, TNT and True TV. Give me your troll voice, Seth, before we go to break.
Well, these announcers suck. They're so biased. What's wrong with these announcers? They suck.
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
All day long, I saw bland boiled hot dogs.
Bang!
Burger King's got a good idea here.
Flame grilled hot dogs, hey!
Introducing Grilled Dogs. Flame grilled to perfection and made with 100% beef. Get them now, only at Burger King.
The exact moment you know you love a home, you should be able to get approved to buy it.
According to Kelley Blue Book, Subaru has the highest resale value of any brand. Again, you might find that comforting. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
You see, you wouldn't ask why the roads that grew from the concrete had damaged pedals. On the contrary, we would all celebrate its tenacity. Well, we are the roses. These are my damaged petals. Don't ask me why. Ask me how.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. That's what you have here tonight. That's what you've earned here tonight. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
This year, I'm taking an unlimited approach to NCAA March Madness. More streams, more screens. With unlimited data from AT&T, I can keep up with all the action. Just because a game takes a break doesn't mean fans do. There's picks to show and plays to share. You know when we stop talking about basketball? Never. So keep the madness marching with scores, stats, highlights, sound bites, top plays.
Get unlimited data from AT&T, proud partner of NCAA March Madness.
Underdogs.
A freshman, Eugene Burroughs, number 42. He will go to the free throw line for only the 15th time this season. And can it as calm as can be. You've just seen history.
1991, that was the first time a 15 seed beat a 2 in the NCAA tournament. It happened again today, as you've probably heard by now. Middle Tennessee, this is Perrin Buford. He had 15. The Blue Raiders never trailed in this game. Giddy Potts. Making Middle Tennessee giddy, making a lot of brackets. Go to Pods.
Offense. They executed, spread Michigan State out, and shot 56% today.
What a terrible pass right there.
Yes.
Highest shooting percentage.
That was out of a
Spartans have allowed.
timeout, by the way.
Yep.
Right out of a timeout.
Turnover here. Reggie Upshaw, the dunk and the foul. Flex it. Do it. Flex. There we are.
Well, the Blue Raiders are happy now, aren't they?
Crushing loss for Michigan State and for a lot of folks around the country who had them into the Final Four and maybe even beyond. A lot of people picked Michigan State to win the championship. Middle Tennessee wins at 90-81. I was about to say highest shooting percentage the Spartans have allowed since December of 2012. Oh, yeah. They're feeling it. Meanwhile, Hawaii, music change. Hawaii beats Cal.
There we go.
77.
Where are the pina coladas?
The 13-4 game.
I can ride this all the way to the final. Guys, I can't swim. This is scaring me.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't surf.
No, I can't. If I fall off
The whole
thing,
point of
I
the
can't
surf,
stay on the board.
The whole point of surfing is you stay on the board. You don't fall into the water.
If I dream about this tonight, I will be back here in the morning upset with you guys because then I can't sleep all night because I have a fear of water.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Joakim Noah, happy for Hawaii in their first NCAA tournament win.
Did he play at Hawaii?
No.
No, Florida.
Florida. He won a
That's
national
so far
championship in Florida.
Yeah, he was doing some surfing.
Florida,
but he knows.
Florida not technically in the tournament.
No, but you know, Joakim knows how to hang loose.
He does hang loose.
So
I can ride that music.
he's
all the way to
simpatico with the Hawaiians.
I believe the Spartans lost.
If you treated your tablet like greasy fast food treats your body, you'd have no way to watch cat videos. So say no to greasy fast food and treat your body right with the delicious rotisserie-style chicken sandwich from Subway. Made with our new hand-pulled all-white meat chicken raised without antibiotics. All on our freshly baked bread. The Subway Sandwich Shop. Fresh is what we do.
Brace yourself. The first ever GSF is here. With a 467 horsepower V8 engine, torque vectoring differential, and Brembo brakes. It's the next expression of F performance from Lexus.
You finally earned enough reward miles on your airline credit card. Now you just book a seat, right? Not quite. Sometimes those seats are out of reach, costing an outrageous number of miles. It's time to switch to the Capital One Venture Card. You'll earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And when you're ready to travel, just book the flight you want on any airline and use your miles to cover the cost. Now that's more like it. What's in your wallet?
NCAA March Madness is here, and it's all on March Madness Live. 68 teams on one quest.
If you want to go to the national championship, it starts today.
The NCAA tournament. What else can you say? Drama and excitement decided by one shot.
R.J. Hunter for three.
Follow the quest wherever you are, all the way through the championship game.
The kind of moments they talk about for a lifetime.
Watch every game live with March Madness Live, available on Fire tablets.
Ready? Begin.
Jook, jock, jerk to those who aren't worthy. Jamming through my journey in a jet black jersey. King Kong of KO's kid, kiss the ring. Knuckle up now with the knuckle butt king. Let me live a long life leading with my laces out. Right now, losers look up cause it's lights out.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NCAA for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any picture, description, or accounts of the game without the NCAA's consent is prohibited.
On game day, I eat the same thing.
You know, I'm very superstitious about that.
Make sure everything's balanced.
It gets me ready to go battle.
Gentlemen?
Watch live games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device
with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at NCAA.com.
Splash Madness or download the app today.
Oh, no.
Camp Equinunk.
Oh, wait a
It's
second.
sad. It's sad that I know the name of this camp.
Did you cry? The bank is open.
Look at his hair.
Bank is open.
Look at his
Molly.
hair.
ATM
Molly,
is open.
If you could use the glass like I did, you may have made it as a player.
Or the plywood.
If
you could use the way to go.
If you could use the plywood the way Seth did back then.
Wooden backboards are dead, so it's not a bad
I just
move.
hope your son's not
form?
watching this.
How about the form here, Coach?
That's why I said I hope he traveled. First, that's a travel.
That's a
then he came up here.
Why dribble?
No follow through. He calls bank. He's got bad hair.
Wait, but
his
it's a
socks look
celebration.
terrible. His
It's a
shorts
celebration.
are too tight. And it's sold out. Look at all the people. It's a sellout.
Wait a minute.
It's a sellout.
It's one of those tiny courts that they use for movies. That's the court on which they shot Teen
no.
Wolf, right?
It happened. 1985, Camp Equinunk.
He made a basket.
32 rules to camp. There you go.
31 years later, he's living off it.
Oh, man.
Those are Duke Blue Devil colors.
AT&T at the half is presented by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Oh, you're the best.
We try.
Going up for wings is such a pain in the butt.
You don't have to tell me.
Get crispy wings delivered and try our exclusive Jim Beam Devil's Cut Spicy Bourbon Barbecue. Wing Street. Wings delivered. No pants required.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift? We'll get it there. Road game today, surprise party tomorrow. No, game tomorrow. Guitar? Reroute. Party? Relocate. UPS My Choice helps companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
Out on the town or in for the night, AT&T helps keep everyone connected. Right now at AT&T, buy the new Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. No matter how you hang out, share every minute of it. Buy one water-resistant Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. And right now, get up to $650 in credits per line to help you switch to AT&T.
You remember her from The Daily Show. Now, Samantha Bee is bringing her smart topical satire to TBS Late Night. Full Frontal with Samantha Bee. All new Mondays at 10:30 on TBS.
This is a story about you, the incredible you. It starts with your DNA, your 23 pairs of chromosomes that make you who you are. 23andMe.com is a genetic service where you can receive personalized reports online about your health, traits, and ancestry. See how your 23 pairs of chromosomes help tell the story of one incredible you. Order your DNA kit today at 23andMe.com.
Coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament is sponsored by LG, Audi, Pizza Hut, and by Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Familiar sight in these parts. We're just south of Guthrie, Oklahoma, 41-33. Texas A&M on Green Bay at the half. Here in Oklahoma City, Carter Blackburn, Mike Jaminski, Jamie Maggio. So Green Bay established the tempo early, and yet the Aggies are up by 8.
And I think they just settled into the pace of the game again. I thought, when trying to prepare for a team like this is almost impossible. You can't replicate that speed. Your guys aren't used to playing that way. I think they finally found a comfort zone at about the 10-minute mark. They went to a zone. The possessions were a little bit longer, and they really dominated things in the paint.
Daniel House, leading scorer for the Aggies in the first half. 11 points on 4 for 6 shooting.
Yeah, and I think this is where the game is going to be won if they do win it for the Aggies. Inside, work inside out, get some paint touches, some post touches. And again, I think they're going to be much better prepared to play this team in the second 20 minutes than they were in the first 20.
Take a look at our degree first half stats. House with 11 points to 12 turnovers by Texas A&M. Only 10 points off of turnovers. Moments ago, Jamie spoke with Green Bay head coach Link Darner.
Carter, thank you. Coach, you guys are winning the turnover battle, but just 2 fast break points so far in the game. How can you better capitalize on those opportunities?
Well, when we get the steals and that, we got to run out and convert. We didn't do a good job with that. I thought our pressure really bothered them the first 10 minutes, and then we get in foul trouble, and we kind of had to take our press off. We got to get back to pressuring them, and they turn over 11 or 12 times a game, and we got them that in the first half. So that'll be a big key for us the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
And Jamie asked a good question, and Green Bay has 5 fewer turnovers, but the points off turnovers is the same. So Texas A&M doing a much better job of capitalizing on them than Green Bay is.
Green Bay won 23 games. Only Matt McCall at Chattanooga, Chris Beard at Little Rock won more games in year 1 this season than Link Darner.
Little Rock won another one.
That's right.
And a really big one.
That was one that a lot of people had. That's a good team. Davis blocked from behind by Fouls.
On the way out of first half, Bill Kennedy talked about wanting to get more post touches right there, but very good recovery on the defensive end.
Fouls off the shot fake. Draws a foul on House. So that will be House fouling Fouls.
This is our 3rd game, right?
Yeah. A lot of fun. We got Northern Iowa and Texas coming up next. So both the Aggies and the Longhorns in the house.
Well, kind of by Cooper, kind of Barkley-esque there. He just kind of carved out some space for himself. He was kind of stuck in no man's land, but made some room and scored.
What's Charles doing these days?
Still making room for himself. Still carving out space.
Line to shoot. House down the baseline and one. Another foul on Fouls.
Here's the look. It's a good take, and he bid on the pump fake, and Faust a little late getting over there. You have to come out, you have to close out under control on shooters. Stay down on those pump fakes. You're not going to block that shot.
House finishes off the three-point play. You see 11 of 15 from the line for Texas A&M. Decided advantage. Green Bay leads the nation in free throw attempts, but only 5 in this game. Off the shot fake, Fouls turns it over.
Well, that's just good disciplined defense by Texas A&M and not fouling and putting them on the line. You would think with the tempo they play, that's the reason why they get to the line so much.
House in the paint. Davis lost it. Cooper attacks. Collins pokes it away.
Right in the open floor, too. He misses that. That's a dunk.
Caruso back into the post, taken away. It was tipped by Lowe. And then Caruso takes it back.
Carter, two opportunities to score right there for Green Bay, and they come up empty on both.
So the Phoenix, who averaged 84 games, sitting on 35 right now.
The Aggies taking a little breather in this possession, running some clock.
House in the paint again. Largest lead of the game for Texas A&M.
And he's scoring and doing it in a very efficient manner, too.
Cooper. Daniel House behind the back. A little too tricky. And then a foul given, frustration foul by House. And the Aggies up 11. Get caught up on all of today's action now with the CBS Sports app. Check your bracket, watch highlights, and get expert analysis of your team's matchup. Download the CBS Sports app now.
And, you know, sometimes the pace of play like this doesn't catch up to you until the last 10 minutes of the game, you know, and that's when it really would get into Texas A&M's legs. So I know that they'd like to extend this lead as quickly as possible to kind of get in a little bit of a comfort zone.
Pitt, Wisconsin going down to the wire on TNT. The Phoenix from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Hanging tough with Texas A&M throughout this one, but now the Aggies have opened up their biggest lead. Greg Gard looking for NCAA win #1 as head coach of the Badgers.
Really odd not to see Bo Ryan walking the sidelines there. You talk about it again. They're those guys that, you know, with him and Dick Bennett and coming up through the Division II and Division III ranks in the Wisconsin area.
Jones goes into the press table. Quickly back out on the floor. Taps it to Miller, who draws the foul on low.
Good work inside. You see he just kind of sneaks underneath the defense, keeps the ball alive, and they wanted to travel. Might have had a good case for one right there.
Timeout with the Aggies up 11. Largest lead of the game for Texas A&M.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, stay on the scene, get on up like a sex machine, get on up. Ha! Hit it! Shake your money maker, shake your money maker, get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get up.
Since the beginning, your delegates and regulars have never gotten along. But now, with the new LG Twin Wash, they can live peacefully separate, but washed at the same time.
Save up to $250 on an LG Twin Wash bundle.
We sold our house. As long as nothing goes wrong for 30 days, it's a done deal. What the?
A sorority next door?
Why is this happening again?
Get out of here, you animals!
This isn't working! You're only making them sexier! We need help.
If we steal their stash, they won't be able to pay rent. What's the plan? I'm gonna dance.
Just you dancing is enough to distract the entire sorority?
You want me to go up with you?
We have to ruin the old people's lives.
They killed a girl.
Neighbors 2.
If the Italian flag does not already have a loaded Italian sandwich on it, someone get the Pope on the phone. Arby's has an idea. Arby's, we have the meats.
We've been robbed. We got robbed.
What?
My rings are gone.
You ain't got no rings.
Sure don't.
Don't worry, Mrs. Hooper. If you ever do get a ring, State Farm can cover your jewelry in case of a robbery.
Keeping your home court covered.
Audi pilotless vehicles have conquered highways, mountains, and racetracks. And now, much of that same advanced technology is found in the new Audi A4, with one notable difference. The all-new Audi A4 with available traffic jam assist.
Here in Oklahoma City, 12-point edge now for Texas A&M, coached by Billy Kennedy. With wife Mary, Anna Kate, and Lexi in the house, rooting on Dad and the Aggies.
Brian, that's, you know, when you're going through what he's going through, everybody goes through it. And you need that strength of your family to to help battle that.
Green Bay 1 for the last 11. Small fouled, sending us to an official timeout. Aggies by 13.
3D Touch on iPhone 6s responds to the pressure of your finger, so you can do a ton of stuff in a lot less time. Like look at a site without going to it, or watch a video without opening it. You can do pretty much everything faster. Shooting stuff, music stuff, couch shopping, shoe shopping, running, kind of, checking a flight from an email.
I'm peeking my flight. I'm not peeking my flight. I'm peeking my... Wait, I missed my flight.
Owl photos, desert photos, photos of dolphins, high-stepping man, pizza gifts. It's all faster with 3D Touch on iPhone 6s.
Mmm, 7-Eleven's new chicken sandwich. 100% white meat chicken. Barbecue honey mustard. Hey, how'd you get in here? Taste the awesomeness of our new chicken sandwich for only $1.99. 7-Eleven, awesomeness guaranteed.
To achieve financial security, there are two halves to consider: protect and grow. Instead of focusing on insurance or investments alone, we bring them together into one whole picture. At Northwestern Mutual, we guide you along your path by combining personalized investments and world-class insurance. That's one of the reasons 96% of our clients stay with us year after year. At Northwestern Mutual, we help you live life differently.
Ever since Jim signed up for Lowe's personalized lawn care plan, I've been up on my hind legs trying to get a better view of his grass. It's so beautiful. Oh, cramp, cramp. My tiny unicorn legs can't take it.
Now get 20% off Pennington Smart Seed at Lowe's.
So when I rent a car, Enterprise will pick me up?
Yep, wherever you need us.
Perfect. Well, looks like my boyfriend's here.
Hi, I'm Rob from Enterprise.
Oh, that's right. Rob and I can't stay. Just wanted everyone to know so they could stop asking me about finding a nice boy. So let's go.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Dear, always going the extra mile. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Sorry.
Happens more than you think.
Ernie Johnson in New York. Here's an update on the game on TNT. 1-point game. Pittsburgh in transition when teammates run into each other. James Robinson and Michael Young. Wisconsin grabs the rebound. Right now they have a 2-point lead with under 2 seconds to play. As we get you back to Carter. G-Man, Jamie.
All right, Ernie. Wisconsin well represented here. The Cheeseheads are in the house with Green Bay. Checking in on the Badgers. Got Packers gear. Milwaukee native Wave Robinson on stats. Wisconsin in the house. And Khalil Small started 3 for 3, 9 points in the first 6 minutes. Hasn't hit a field goal since. That's his first point since that explosive start for Khalil Small. But he gets both free throws. Still an 11-point lead for Texas A&M.
But it just seems like a totally different game, Carter, from the first 10 minutes to this point right now. And it just the Aggies have grabbed hold of the pace and made it like a more normal, at least more to their liking.
And so what's been the biggest difference for Texas A&M to get that pace in their favor?
Well, I just think, they've been more patient offensively. They've taken possessions deeper into the clock. That zone helped confidence down, and really, I can't remember the last time that Green Bay got a run at. They've made them play in the half court.
You have one field goal in the last 10 minutes between the end of the first half and the start of the second now for Green Bay.
It's exposed their shooting, I think, to a certain degree in the half court in their execution, but they've really, and plus the lack of turnovers by Texas A&M.
10 to shoot. Jones buries the three. Jalen Jones extending the Aggie lead. 14 points, largest of the game.
If their jump shooting comes alive and then they can play inside and outside, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Phoenix.
Finally a field goal. That's Jordan Faust, senior from Racine. Jones fouled by Faust on the floor. Winner of this game advances to play either Northern Iowa or Texas. And there's the Longhorns. And here in Oklahoma City, the Longhorns and the Aggies, I mean, like their fight songs say, they said goodbye to one another.
They may be saying hello to one another.
The Aggies can hang on against Green Bay, and then Northern Iowa, one of those trendy upset picks.
How about that in the brackets? If you got Kentucky and Indiana, which everybody wanted to see, and then maybe that matchup.
And the NCAA selection committee putting together what sometimes the, dare we say, egos involved don't otherwise schedule. A&M and Texas actually did meet in the Bahamas and Thanksgiving weekend in a tournament, but they haven't played each other regularly.
Yeah, home and home.
Jones inside.
That's the thing that's been consistent. That A&M has been able to get to the rim off the dribble.
12th man getting behind the Aggies again. Hurdles straight away. And by the way, Mike, the famous restaurant and hangout spot in College Station is the Dixie Chicken. Your guys look deep.
Nice. I might have to take my iPod and put on Waiting for Columbus and go have some lunch there. Nice long lunch.
I think they would welcome you with open arms at the Dixie Chicken. You can dunk your Aggie ring there. Caruso resets it, the senior from College Station.
Off of Miller. Miller was expecting him to take the shot, which he probably should have right there. You don't want to surprise a teammate in that situation.
Small foul, Collins over to slap him. Well, we mentioned the Texas Longhorns in the house. Northern Iowa, this is their hotel, which is next door. This is how short the commute is from the hotel.
Well, it takes us about, 4 minutes to get here from our hotel?
Right. Yeah, very conducive. Downtown Oklahoma City here at Chesapeake Energy Arena. So just from the hotel right into the arena, quick walk. It's kind of funny when they said, Northern Iowa was going to walk over. Oh gosh, that's going to be interesting. Well, I mean, how long would it take to load up the bus and drive down the ramp?
I know. Well, you walked back to the hotel last night after the shoot-around.
It was pretty easy.
I, however, opted for transportation at my advanced age.
I got 23.
16-point edge for Texas A&M. A team started the year 17-2. They were ranked as high as 5 in the country in late January. Highest ever ranking for Texas A&M men's basketball. Another turnover in the backcourt, though, right into the hands of Green Bay.
Well, it's right after that time they went into a little bit of a skid. They were playing some good teams on the road in the SEC, and they had that target on their back. You know, that number 5 ranking, that gets people's attention. All of a sudden, you get their best shot. And I would expect, Carter, for the remaining 12 minutes of this game, that you're going to see full court pressure from the Phoenix. They're kind of forced into that situation right now. So Texas A&M is going to have to show some poise against that full court pressure and attack it to score if you can.
Total of 16 turnovers by the Aggies, but
and amazing. Well, the free throw line is really keeping them in play. But imagine tough to imagine you have turned it over 16 times and you're up 16.
High possession game, though.
Yep.
They beat the traps, beat the pressure that time down. Hendrick Davis off a nice feed from Trocha Morelos.
The great thing about that is, and again for a freshman, catching the ball up high, keeping it up high, and then scoring.
Fouls on the floor, sending us to an official timeout. The 3-seed Aggies rolling in OKC.
When the thirst is real, there's no substitute for that classic, crisp, lemon-lime flavor. Bubbles cut right through to give you exactly what you need. Nothing else comes close.
You want the real Eddie Wong, you better keep up, because no matter where I'm going, I'm gonna obey my thirst.
Obey your thirst.
It takes more than sleek lines and aggressive styling to attract some drivers. 328 horsepower that handles like this certainly qualifies as more. The 2015 Q50 from Infiniti.
All day long, I saw bland boiled hot dogs.
Bang!
Burger King's got a good idea here.
Flame grilled hot dogs here.
Introducing Grilled Dogs. Flame grilled to perfection and made with 100% beef. Get them now. Only at Burger King.
NCAA March Madness is here, and it's all on March Madness Live. Watch live on your phone, tablet, computer, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live.
Brace yourself. The first ever GSF is here. With a 467 horsepower V8 engine, torque vectoring differential, and Brembo brakes. It's the next expression of F performance from Lexus.
Shape the best sleep of your life. Sleep Number beds with Sleep IQ technology adjust any way you want it. The bed that moves you, only at a Sleep Number store.
Texas A&M 59, Green Bay 42. Only 2 field goals this half for the Phoenix. Aggies dominating points in the paint.
That's really been the emphasis, almost right from the start, that they have really pounded the ball inside. Tyler Davis has used his positioning well. He's driving the house, scoring inside, and it's right now 34-18 in favor of the Aggies.
Davis, 12 points, 6 rebounds in the game. The freshman, part of the top 10 recruiting class, Billy Kennedy and his staff put together. It's a group with a lot of seniors and a lot of freshmen, but they have come together for a remarkable season for the Aggies. House out of bounds, couldn't save it.
And going back to the zone, which helped them a lot in that first half, calm things down, but unable to get the rebound.
Aggies last year, 21 wins, NIT, narrowly missed the NCAA tournament. The SEC making a move. Greg Sankey, commissioner of the SEC, hiring Mike Tring, the former commissioner of the Big East, to try and bolster the men's basketball reputation of the SEC, scheduling and otherwise. Carrington Love hits the deep three.
Well, that's the thing. Challenge yourself in the non-conference schedule, and then get players.
That helps.
That helps.
Can A&M share the regular season title? with Kentucky.
Been a coaching change. It really surprised me when Billy Donovan left Florida. But you know, Mike White he's a terrific young coach.
Of course, Donovan now coaches in this building with the Thunder.
He's pretty say no to the, the talent on this team.
Cooper turns it over right into the Green Bay radio announcers. Who's going to make the most shots? Who has more points in the second half? If your bracket's already busted, play the Capital One NCAA Tournament Run Game on NCAA.com and in the March Madness Live app.
If anybody's still got a solid bracket, they should hop a plane to.
Maybe they take Warren Buffett's playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Love gets a steal. Green Bay trying to steal its way back into it, but Collins, a pilfer, and a bucket.
And playing Green Bay's, and he gets another steal right there on the inbounds pass.
Wow.
Kind of playing Green Bay basketball for the last minute.
Flipping the script, the grad transfer. Morelos knocks down the three. The arrow and the three-point shot over the bench from Tony Trocha Morelos. It was a 41% three-point shooter at 6'10".
And see, I think this style with Green Bay, it's like the Princeton offense. It's a running style, but I think it's really hard to play from behind.
Davis goes over the back, picks up the foul.
Yeah, here's the look, and great anticipation by Brown to get out, and then he immediately goes to. Actually took a tumble there, and they tried for the long outlet pass. Really a heads-up play.
Anthony Collins, the only player on the roster for the Aggies who have played in an NCAA tournament game, and that was with South Florida back in 2012. Had a medical redshirt there 2 years ago. He started all but 3 games of his college career between the Bulls and the Aggies.
Yep. And you know you're a pass-first point guard when you're averaging more assists than you are points.
Turner Botts to the line, the junior from Little Chute, Wisconsin. And Kenneth Lowe both from Little Chute. He gets the first free throw. One of two. Caruso finds DJ Hold for three. The freshman steps out to knock down the triple.
35% on the year for him.
Well, we've reached the 8:42 mark of the second half, and the good news for Green Bay is Matt in the house, the play-by-play announcer on the radio for Green Bay with Mark was there. Matt had an interesting moment at the conference tournament in Horizon when, let's say, there was a disagreement with an official, and he was briefly booted from the tournament mid-game for the Phoenix, so he had to give up the call. I thought he handled it really well.
I've never heard of a radio play-by-play guy getting run out by a referee, and his explanation was, I talk with my hands a lot, and he thought I was showing him up in front of the crowd.
Happened with the Cincinnati Bearcats a few years ago, I know. But, yeah, there's Matt and Mark Daniels. So, yeah, Matt has so far stayed in the good graces of Vern Harris, Mike Cyphers, and Bill Elk. So, 8:24 mark. Happy to see Matt still in the building.
So I want you to keep yourself under control for this last half of this game and the next game.
It's better than you trying to get me tossed out of the game. I think that probably works better. I appreciate that. When this game was action-packed back and forth, you might have had that thought.
it's tough. You know, a guy like Faust, a senior, you get a new coach coming in and a new style, and it's not easy to adapt to, but he seems to have embraced it this year.
Joseph Morelos misses Caruso offensive board. Boy, the Aggies have played tough since Green Bay got off to that 8-point lead in the first.
Not a good decision right there.
Out of bounds, Green Bay keeps it, sending us to official timeout. Aggies closing in on a first-round win.
So, where are you guys?
Using the built-in Wi-Fi in Tina's new Buick.
Wow, that doesn't look like a Buick.
Okay, who wants smoothies?
Is that passion fruit Jeremy?
Yes, with beef on.
I'll take a passion fruit, and anybody else?
During the Buick March Madness event, get a sweet 16% below MSRP on select Buick vehicles in stock. That's over $8,400 below MSRP on this 2016 Enclave.
Check out the fresh new look on McDonald's McPick 2 menu. Try a flaky filet of fish made with sustainably sourced fish, a Big Mac made with 100% beef, chicken made with white meat, or a quarter pounder with cheese seared on the grill. Pick any two for $5.
On your phone. I'm alerting you your bracket's busted and I'm playing a little hide and seek. Cold. Warmer. Warmer. Boiling. Jackpot. And if you've got cut rate car insurance, you could be picking up these charges yourself. So get Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
March is mayhem. Are you in good hands?
40 years ago, they thought it was impossible to brew a great-tasting light beer. So we got to brewing and told them to sip on this. The original light beer. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Why can't I buy this weird shaved meat sandwich with my phone?
Why can't my battery last long enough to navigate me through these scary woods? Probably fine though.
Why can't my phone have enough memory to hold all 145 of my movies, like that one with the action in the martial arts? You seen that one?
Why can't my phone take high-quality, low-light photos instead of this big, expensive camera?
Why don't you come down from there, sir?
You got it.
How doesn't my phone work after I pour this expensive champagne all over it? How am I supposed to show people how rich and carefree I am?
Why did I have to wait so long in these commercials to do a celebrity sports person cameo?
Why don't I ever get asked to be the spokesperson in a commercial?
Good question. Introducing the only water-resistant, fast, wireless charging, best camera having, memory expandable, pay almost anywhere Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge.
VR experience ended.
Man, I would have made a great spokesperson.
The new Do Everything Galaxy S7 Edge.
Ernie Johnson in New York right now on CBS. 14-3 matchup. Stephen F. Austin, the 14 seed. There's Thomas Walkup, Southland Player of the Year again, and they lead the Mountaineers. Let's get back to Oklahoma City.
Southland strong, Stephen F. Austin.
And you wonder if West Virginia's going to do the same thing they did to Buddy Hield and holding him to 6 points in the semifinal.
The season low of Buddy Hield. Oklahoma Sooners advancing here in OKC. Games in the West region. 14 seed Green Bay, champs of the Horizon League. Texas A&M at large out of the SEC. And Small gets to the free throw line. So Green Bay, this is 8 for 15 from the line. I mean, their season has been about getting to the free throw line. The most free throw attempts in the nation. But they're actually bottom 50 in free throw percentage makes. They're only 66% from the line. They get there a lot, but they haven't been hitting them.
And you think that this would be the way to get back, if you're going to crawl back into the game, is ugly it up a little bit and get to the line as much as you can.
Small misses them both. He's been solid, his Small. 14 points in the game. Averaged 10 this year after averaging only 2 points per game as a freshman. Up to the rim, finished off by House.
Daniel House, that was amazing. That was a nice look from up top from Trosha. There's the play, and it's you see the back cut. They just kind of lost him on the backside, and it was a beautiful play, beautiful lob.
Daniel House may be getting hot at the right time. The scoring has kind of been up and down during his senior year, but 32 versus Kentucky in the SEC final. He played all 40 minutes of that game, and now Daniel House in this game. 20 points on 12 shooting.
And they had to burn a timeout right there.
But the Aggies are in control in Oklahoma City.
Fire in his eyes, the smoke from his head. You gotta be real cool to hear the words he said. He did
The NCAA tournament and Coke. Team up for great taste.
Yeah, you know, I don't really mind burning a timeout like that in the first half, but you know, with a lead, it's probably not going to hurt you a whole lot. But it was a risky pass to make, and Trojan just got buried in the corner, and they had no other choice but to call a timeout.
House down the baseline. Caruso kick out. Gilder. Caruso hustles down another offensive board.
It just gives you another 20-plus seconds to play with.
Has the A&M career record for most assists at the SEC in steals this year. Oh, ugly. Low, rather.
Kenneth Lowe, he's a high percentage shooter, 54% on the year, but that was not close.
Winner advances to play either Texas or Northern. Coming up next in Oklahoma City.
What the building would be like if the two Texas schools wind up playing one another.
It's already interesting.
Tense.
Yeah, it's already interesting just to see the burnt orange of Texas and the maroon of Texas A&M. Mix in a little crimson and cream from the Sooners, and it's an interesting mix.
Yeah, and I really like that against the pressure. You know, that Green Bay has had to go to that since the 12-minute mark, but to attack to score, being aggressive, not just being with getting the ball over half court.
Faust, blocking foul called on Trosha Morelos.
Here's the look. Anytime you give up the baseline, you run that risk.
So here's Faust, the all-time leader in rebounds, steals, and blocks for Green Bay. He's made,
and it's not often guarded. You know, he was a 51% free throw shooter last year, and to make a 23% jump in 1 year, I mean, that's a lot of hard work in the gym. It's not, you don't see a lot of people make that type of jump.
Link Gardner said as soon as he got the job, one of his missions was to build the shooting confidence in this entire team, but especially in Jordan Faust.
And it's one thing too to do it in the practice floor, but sometimes it doesn't always. Like Shaquille O'Neal is a great shooter in practice, but he'd get on the floor and things would fall apart. So you have to translate that confidence in the game, and you don't know if that's going to happen until you get out there and start making a few.
Green Bay controlled this game early and had an 8-point lead early on. They were playing their tempo, turning A&M over, knocking down threes. Had the feel of a potentially special night for the Phoenix.
This is and Tyler Davis hasn't played much in this second half. They've gone to a little bit smaller, a little bit more, well, not necessarily small, maybe a little more athletic team. They've looked pretty good offensively.
At the 4-minute mark of the first half, Green Bay had a 1-point lead. Since then, only 4 made field goals in the game for Green Bay. A&M has outscored them 43-21 since then.
Aggies have been switching their defense as well, and now back in the zone.
Cooper turns it over.
And now Green Bay they're starting to catch up to Texas A&M in the turnover department. 16-19 now.
ECU advancing earlier today, and it was Oklahoma, the 2 seed, hanging on after the test. Costa Morelos, and 1.
He's been really solid in this game. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Pretty well-rounded game.
17 points, the biggest NCAA tournament win for Texas A&M. For A&M, their last NCAA tournament win was in 2010. That's when they went 6 straight. Billy Gillespie and Mark Turgeon guided them collectively to 6 straight, including the Sweet 16 in 07.
Like in conference tournaments, anytime you can put somebody away early in this format with just the 1 day of rest in between, the more rest you can get your starters, that's like gold every minute that they're off the floor.
Small hits the 3. Still a solid night for Khalil Small. 19 in the game on 4 made threes, but the Aggies close to advancing.
The more you move, the more you sweat. Degree's Motion Sense technology keeps you fresh with every move. It has unique microcapsules that contain fragrances. Friction breaks the capsules, releasing bursts of freshness all day. Whether you're meeting a deadline, grabbing a bite, or heading out for the night, Motion Sense, protection to keep you moving. Degree, it won't let you down.
The 11 seed Northern Iowa Panthers against the Texas Longhorns. That's coming up next in CBS, approximately 9:55 Eastern Time. The 3 seed Aggies rolling over Green Bay.
That Northern Iowa game is going to be intriguing to me. They've got 3 wins against top 25 teams this year. They're used to being in the tournament. They're going to be ready for this stage.
North Carolina and Iowa State, and 2 wins over Wichita State.
Yep.
Said a lot of folks have selected Northern Iowa to advance over Texas and pull off the upset.
And that game at Northern Iowa against North Carolina is Roy Williams likes to get games where his players are, and it was a homecoming for Marcus Page, but it turned out to be a costly one. And I don't believe he played in that game. I think he was still injured when they went up there.
Jones goes to the line. He wears 12, which is a big number around Aggie land, the 12th man tradition. His dad, Reginald, was an all-SWAC player at Prairie View A&M. His dad wore 21, but it was taken when Jalen transferred.
Caruso already wearing it.
Right, so he flipped it to 12.
And it's not like the pros where you can go and say, I'll pay you $10,000 for your number or whatever, Same thing happened to me. I wore 44 in high school. I wanted to wear that. Somebody already had that at Duke, so I went to 43.
No money changed hands, right?
That's correct.
4 to shoot here. Green Bay turns it over into the hands of Jones. Number 12 attacks and draws a foul on foul, sending us to an official timeout. Aggies closing in on their first NCAA win since 2010.
Sure, we all picked a 12th seed to beat a 5th seed. And of course, some team is going to bust brackets all the way to the championship. But if you want to see a real Cinderella story, look right here. Southwest is having a sale. Fly for as little as $69 one way, and that's no fairy tale. Book now at southwest.com. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency.
I remember going to choose who my loan provider would be. I asked the woman behind the desk, I said, which one is best? And she says, oh, they're all the same. Just pick one. Then when I graduated, I think it wasn't until I started to have to repay them that I really understood everything that had happened. I refinanced with SoFi. I was like, haha. It felt like I had taken control, and it felt amazing.
Hey, honey. You remember to look the Buick.
I'd never forget that. The Buick Remote Link app, now available in every Buick.
You closed all the apartment windows, too.
Come on. Really?
You're the best.
Set up this lie detector test. If you lie to me, your phone's gonna drop. You would rather post your internet history than drop your phone. Fortunately, that's not your phone. If you had the Droid Turbo 2, you wouldn't have to at all. So if I drop it from here, it's perfectly fine. Because this is the world's first shatterproof display.
Every insurance policy has a number, but not every insurance company understands the life behind it. For those who've served and the families who've supported them, we offer our best service in return. USAA, we know what it means to serve. Get an insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Been a tough tournament for the team from the Pac-12. Oregon State losing earlier. We have an 11-6 matchup coming up next. Northern Iowa and Texas. And an 11-6 matchup last night. It was Gonzaga over Seton Hall in a game that Gonzaga controlled. And speaking of Seton Hall, we have a Pirate legend in the house. PJ Carlissimo here, calling the game on Westwood One with our pal Tom McCarthy.
Yep, took Seton Hall to the finals in 1989, the year that Michigan won the game. A very close game on a very close call at the end, where Neil Robinson going up and knocking down a couple of free throws to get the win. Bill Frieder getting released at the end of that. He had already taken the job down at Arizona State, and Coach Schembechler said a Michigan man is going to coach a Michigan team, and he named Steve Fisher. I don't know that I've ever heard of that before or since. He took over the team for the tournament and made that run to the championship.
Won it all over P.J. Carlissimo's Seton Hall team. In the final, P.J. Carlissimo, the Al Labalbo Coaching Award winner. Yeah. Big deal in the state of New Jersey.
And so, well, he was Fairleigh Dickinson. He was really upset. We're talking about it. For personal reasons, he couldn't make it back for the award.
Timeout for the Aggies. They're in control.
You live for March. That's why AT&T's network lets you stream the action all month long, when and where you need it.
Setting screens and opening up the offense. The senior has finally stepped up.
So you feel like you're part of the game. From just about anywhere.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
This is your network, the network of AT&T.
$79-55. The Aggies at Texas A&M feeling pretty good right now. At large out of the SEC, closing in on win number 27. The tradition-rich Aggies of Texas A&M. Back in the NCAA tournament, looking for their first win since 2010 and a potential second-round matchup as Gilder gets the dunk.
The seas just parted and went right to the rim.
High hopes for him. Small continues his solid performance with a three.
So this is, for a guy like him, I mean, he averages 19 minutes on the season, but you know, to come in the NCAA tournament game and knock down some shots, get a dunk, build your confidence up.
That'll help too.
Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, it's guy as they advance, they'll count on.
Abner Gilder, the freshman from Dallas Madison High School. And he's going to be a big part of their future. Comparisons to Donald Sloan, the former Aggie, now Brooklyn Net. And so Link Darner is going to make sure that everybody gets their minutes here in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be a whole line change for Green Bay.
And the Green Bay fans who are here with a nice round of applause as the seniors who brought them here, champs of the Horizon League, a 23-win season.
Well, they took some hits too when the coaching change happened. Brian Wardell left for Bradley. The two-time Player of the Year in the Horizon, Kiefer Sykes, graduated. So there was a drain of talent coming into this year, and I don't know if they expected the Horizon League tournament championship, but it was a fine first year for Link Darner.
We talked about it with the finality for the seniors in NCAA tournament loss.
All of a sudden, the real world is staring you right in the face.
Big three from Avery Brown. So the freshman from Claremont, Florida, Link Darner gets him in to get some NCAA tournament experience. Brown gets a three. 9 made threes in the game for Green Bay, but the Aggies have an answer.
Kobe Eubanks with the shot. Only his 4th three of the year.
It's always fun when you get down into the closing minutes and guys who come from the end of the bench and have their moment.
Hey, regardless of what happens, you will have scored in the NCAA tournament.
Eubanks played in just 6 games all year. The roar because Kyle Dobbins, the walk-on, is about to sub into the game for Texas A&M. So with a minute 26. Kyle Dobbins is like a runner in the box, ready to check in for the last minute 26.
Looks like Usain Bolt over there.
I think that's the first time Kyle has ever been compared to Usain Bolt.
You can bet that his the next possession that his teammates are going to get him a shot.
Kyle Dobbins hasn't made a shot since January 2nd versus Arkansas.
Well, it's time to change that.
This would be the biggest NCAA tournament win margin-wise in Texas A&M men's basketball history, in their first since 2010. Cantor misses the three. Gilder tracks it down, and now we see if Kyle Dobbins, number 25 for Texas A&M, gets his moment. Dobbins off the bounce. Nice move.
Stepped out of bounds.
Oh, Dobbins.
Yeah, I mean, you could. The whole crowd is willing him to take a shot.
I think the Green Bay fans want to see Kyle Dobbins hit a shot at this point. We got a nice round of applause for their Green Bay team making it back to the NCAA tournament, champions of the Horizon League. And Dobbins commits the foul. Dobbins, a mechanic engineering major from Houston, appropriately enough for Texas A&M. Karam Kanter was hoping for a win, so his brother Ennis could watch him play on Sunday with the Thunder back in town.
Well, he was not afraid to come in and put up threes in this game. Started looking for him early.
Sophomore from Istanbul, Turkey. Aggies 44 seconds away from advancing. They will face either Texas or Northern Iowa. Here's Dobbins attacking again. The kick out. Air ball from Eubanks. Dobbins gets the rebound. Offensive board.
Got to give it to him.
Here's Dobbins. Off the bounce. Pulls up. Dobbins nails it.
That's awesome. Crowd is, that's the loudest cheer we've heard all night.
Kyle Dobbins, welcome to March Madness.
He got the rebound, kicked it back out. How about that? They should take him out now, give him a curtain call.
First basket since January 2nd for the senior from Houston, Kyle Dobbins.
That's a moment that he will never forget. He'll get DVD of this game.
Dobbins gets the steal, and now Dobbins will have the chance to dribble out the first Texas A&M win in the NCAA tournament since 2010. In commanding fashion, 92-65, the Aggies advance with a win over the 14 seed Green Bay.
That may have been one of the best minutes of basketball I've seen in a long time.
Just 14 total points, though Kyle Dobbins nails that one. So Texas A&M advances to play on Sunday in the West region. They will await the winner of Texas and Northern Iowa. That game approximately 10 Eastern on TBS. The Aggies move on. Tournament games continue now on CBS, TNT, and True TV. Coming up on TBS, it's 11 seed Northern Iowa versus 6 seed Texas. We'll send it to our studio after these messages.
Stop clicking around. Book direct at Hilton.com for the lowest price online. And start playing. Start relaxing. Start loving. Book direct at Hilton.com and start saving.
Someone's hacked all our technology.
Technology? Say, have you seen all the amazing technology and